So the Sharks app was developed with Roanoke Stormwater and Virginia Tech, and it kind of started with a simple premise was that we had observed during storms that rainfall in one part of the city might be really different from rainfall elsewhere in the city. And we wanted a way to figure out how much it was raining everywhere across the city. Roanoke Stormwater installed some rain gauges, and the Sharks app serves as kind of an interface or portal to access the data from that and visualize the amount of rainfall. So Sharks was developed to answer two main questions. How much did it rain? And then a follow-up question, is it flooding? So when you log on to the Sharks app, you get this notice here. So what that means is during a flood event, the data that's initially recorded by the sensors, they might change that based on high water marks or manual observations. Or there could be errors in the measurements. And so what this means is that the USGS is just going to go back and double check all the values. And then on the Sharks homepage, you're presented with two buttons that ask you what you would like to learn. On the right, you can see, is it flooding? And that's what I want to learn. So I'm going to click on that button. And you can see if you have this map here, there's several different inputs and controls for the map. You can zoom in and out of the map by clicking these buttons up here, the plus and minus. And then we've got a few different base map or background imagery here. So you have a street map, and then there's a topographic map that shows you the elevations across the city and the area. There's also an aerial imagery base map. So with the map, you can also click and drag to move around, or you can zoom in and out with your mouse or trackpad. What else? So when you log into the Is It Flooding page and you have it set to display the current conditions, we have a feed here from the Washington Park Lick-Run webcam. So you can see the live conditions at that site. Okay. So the map displays the gauge heights or the stream level at each of these sites in relation to the National Weather Service's flood thresholds. The city boundary is shown in this black outline, and then the Roanoke River and the main tributaries are shown in the blue. So if I go to the Roanoke River at Roanoke, this is at the Walnut Street Bridge. If I click on that, you can see that the current gauge height is 3.39 feet, but it's below the different flood stages here. So major is displayed in black, moderate is in red, minor is in yellow. And for this gauge, we also have this other green line, and that just indicates if the Wiley Drive or the Greenway low water bridges might be flooded. So you can also see the stream levels for different date ranges by controlling the options up here in the top left. So if I want to see the high water mark for the past week, I can click on that. We'll see if it flooded or not. The stream gauges that have a blue bar, that indicates that the National Weather Service hasn't established a flood threshold at either of those sites. So if I click on it, you won't see any of the bars indicating major, moderate, minor, or no flooding. Some other different options here too. You can also see the high water mark for the month to date. So that's the beginning of the month till whatever day, or you can set a custom date range. So if you want to see a specific set of dates, you can click on that, and then you can change the options here with the calendars. Besides the map view, you can also see the current stream conditions or the historical stream conditions in a graphical form by clicking the switch to graph view. And this will change it from a map to a set of bar graphs that show you the stream height compared to the National Weather Service's flood thresholds. And these are in upstream to downstream order. So the Roanoke River starts here, and then this is downstream, that's farther downstream. Sharks is also compatible with mobile devices, and you get the same interface as on the desktop, but it's just rearranged a little bit. The Is It Flooding page defaults to the graph view on mobile devices. And you can see the current gauge height at each location in relationship to the National Weather Service flood thresholds. On the mobile devices, you can navigate between the how much has it rained tab and the is it flooding tab, clicking the 3 dashes in the top right, and then switching between your pages.